Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Play with Dave, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. This game needs no introduction whatsoever. It speaks for itself, it stood the test of time. As you saw, it came out in 91, 92-ish. So I was 8, 9 years old at the time this game came out, and that's just a bunch of stuff that we're going to figure out anyway. We don't need to see that. I've already made a save file because I did a test recording, but I didn't save anything, so it's going to start me off right at the very beginning. But yeah, this game has been called one of, if not the best, Legend of Zelda game of all time. And it's very near and dear to me. It came out, like I said, whenever I was 8, 9 years old. I was just peaking my video game tendencies. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard, Aghanim, has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the 7 wise men's seal. I am in the dungeon of the castle. Please help me. Link, I'm going out for a while. I'll be back by morning. Don't leave the house. So, Aghanim, I never really knew how to say his name. This was back in a time where there was no voice acting in video games, and when you played a game like this, you just had to take a guess and hope for the best that you were saying it right, because there was no voice acting, there was nobody standing over you saying, okay, this is this person, so you just had to make it up. Which, I don't know, it kind of... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, it adds to the overall, feel of adventure. Like, you're on your own, and you're doing this, and you just have to figure things out. What happened to our uncle? Link, I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield, and listen. You can blah, 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 blah. This is how you use it. And Link, you can do it! Save the princess! Zelda is your... And we got our first sword. So yeah, when this game came out, I grew up with the first Nintendo system, the NES. And so the only thing I knew up to this point was the original Legend of Zelda. As far as the top-down view, that's the same, but graphically and going up little stairs like I just did there's different, there's heights, you could still be on the same map but be higher up than everybody else, and everyone else could be more higher up than you. It was I think Aaron from the Game Grumps called it a selective Z-axis. So that shit was just, it was crazy. Blew my 8, 9-year-old little mind, So we're going to save the princess. Seems a little early to be saving the princess, but there's more to it than that. Because yes, the overall goal of the game is, to find the princess, save the princess, and save the kingdom. But it would be a short game if we just went and got her and that was it. More shall unfold. If you've never played this game, excuse me, if you've never played this game before, first of all, where the hell have you been for the past almost 20 years? Actually, it has been 20 years, now that I think about it. Yeah, it's been over 20 years. It's been 25 years. Where the hell have you been for the last 25 years, number one? And number two, get the fuck out there and play this game. After you watch my video, of course. You can play along with me, That's the purpose of these Let's Plays. Play with Dave, Play the game with me. We're not in this alone. We're in this together. We're having a good old time. Knocking soldiers off to their death. That was probably one of my favorite mechanics that they added was gravity and pits. Obviously gravity is always a thing, but... just watching things fall to their doom and never come back, you know? It's like, oh, I have this pot. Oh, now it's gone forever. Oh, what do I do? Well, you know, when you break things, they're gone forever too, but I don't know. It just... Like I said, this game blew my mind. I'd never seen anything like it up to this point. I never played the second Legend of Zelda. Well, I tried, but they changed it, like, between the first game and this game. Zelda 2, Link's Awakening, I think that's what it's called, Link's Awakening. It's on its whole field. It's on its own level. It's unlike any of the other Zelda games that they've ever made. It's a lot like other classic RPGs where you have like an overworld and then you have different areas that you go to, which this is kind of the same thing, but you'd know what I mean if you've played it before and if you've played like Final Fantasy games before. Excuse me. Doing this early in the morning and I guess my throat isn't ready for so much usage of my voice. Take that! That. Okay, so... you know, when I was a kid and I saw this, I didn't think anything of it. But once I got older, you know, because I played this game all throughout my youth. You know, I never stopped playing this game, any opportunity I had. But... like, as I got older and more perverted, this looks like, you know, he's got his dick out and it's, it's like, sword fight, dick saber, ah! I mean, from this angle, you know, it looks like a sword and he's holding it out, but I mean, when you're like this, it's just straight out, it's at his crotch level, it's like, Link, what are you doing, buddy? Okay, enough fooling around. Thank you, Link, blah, blah, blah. We gotta get out of here. This part isn't really important. That's why I'm skipping it. Skip, skip, skip. Okay, we got the princess. She's gonna follow me everywhere I go. We can do a do-si-do and she'll follow me. So, hopefully this gameplay... it's going to be rather quick. Not that I want to just blaze through it and get it over with, but I wanted to play it for the channel, and I knew it wouldn't take me that long because, you know, I've played this game so many times. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly where to go. So, shouldn't be a problem. If we do one dungeon per episode... then, let's see, this one, and then those 3, 4... should have this game done in under 20 episodes. It really shouldn't take me that much longer. If we do one dungeon per episode, we'll be done before you know it. Maybe when I get done with this one, I'll go play Ocarina of Time. Because I'm not one to say which one's better, you know, Ocarina or this game. I know that this one, it's a lot easier for it to hold up over time and to stand the test of time because it has that classic Zelda formula. And I mean, it doesn't really... I mean, the way that Aaron described it in his Sequelitis episode, like the one flaw that this game has was you get a big open world, but then you're given specific tasks to do in a specific order. And that takes away, you know, the sense of adventure. And I can understand that. I can sympathize that. But at the same time, the first Zelda game was so brutal that unless you were just really, really good at games or you had somebody telling you what to do, you'd just be wandering around aimlessly for hours not making any progress. And that wasn't really, you know, Kid Dave growing up. He wanted to, you know, progress. He wanted to have fun and experience the video game, not just be lost and not know what to do and die over and over. So being told where to go, what to do, that helped out a lot. And it still made the game challenging because, you know, when you're in the dungeon, you gotta, you know, do something or go somewhere. It was still challenging enough for me. You know, it was fine. They just told me where to go because, you know, I wouldn't have known where to go. This game has dialogue and direction. The first Zelda game, nobody talked. Well, I mean, you go to a cave and guys say, it's dangerous to go it alone, take this. Or it's a secret to everybody and you would get rupees. That's not exactly, you know, helping the flow of the story. So, yeah, I would think that, I'm not saying it's better, but I think it holds up better than Ocarina, because Ocarina was the first, you know, of its kind. We were making that transition from 2D to 3D. You know, all games are 3D now. They still, you know, make 2D throwbacks and whatnot, but majority of the games that you play nowadays are 3D. And so, you know, we were still learning how to do that. And so, of course, it's not going to be perfect. But as far as, you know, story goes, it's still a very, very good game. And it picked up the pace for the Zelda franchise. Just like this game did. You know, it's like, okay, we've made this many improvements from the original Legend of Zelda. You know, follow that. And they did. They made, what was that one Game Boy game that was real popular? It was kind of, oh well. Anyway, they're like, okay, well, we've done this. This was probably the best that we could do. What can we do better? Okay, let's go 3D. And that's what they did. And was it perfect? No. But for the time, it was very, very good. And we're almost out of this sanctuary. Is it better? Is it worse? I don't fucking know. That Sequelitis episode is so good. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's pretty long. You know, you got about a half hour to spare as Aaron talks about the difference between A Link to the Past and Ocarina of Time. But it's worth your time. And, you know, if you're a huge fan of Ocarina, you know, watch it with an objective mindset, you know, because he does, you know, he doesn't exactly bash it, but what he says is like can be taken rather harshly if you're a huge fan of the game. Anyway, Princess Zelda, you are safe. Is this your doing, Link? Why, yes, it is. Yes, it was Link who helped me escape from the dungeon. When I was captive, the wizard said, once I have finished with you, the final one, the seal of the wise men will open. Link, you must not let the land of Hyrule fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the 7 wise men, evil power will overwhelm this land. Before that happens, before it's too late, destroy the wizard before he destroys all of Hyrule. You can do it! You can! I sense that a mighty evil force guides the wizard's actions and augments his magical power. The only weapon potent enough to defeat the wizard is the legendary Master Sword. It is said that the village elder is a descendant of one of the 7 wise men. Maybe he can tell you more. I will mark his house on your map, but watch your every move. I am certain that the castle soldiers will be looking for you now. I will hide Princess Zelda here. Do not worry. Seek the elder. Do you understand? Yes. Alrighty, you guys, that's going to do it for this first episode. We get our heart container, and we get healed, and we got an extra heart of life. So, next episode, we're going to travel to Kakariko Village, and then we will be on our way more into our quest. I don't want to give anything away. I want to play this game like nobody has seen it before, but I'm fairly positive anybody that's going to watch this has played this before and knows exactly what's going on, but I'll try not to allude to too much just in case, you know, the contrary is of that. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching this episode. I'll be back later with another video. Hope to see you there. My name is Dave, and I am the One Man Rave. See ya!